Hello once again to the weekly replay with me, Hijack, and here I am in the AMX 12T Tier 6 French light tank with an autoloader on the map Studzianki. And the reason I was playing this tank was I was trying to finish LT-15 for the Stug 4 with honors, Aggressive Recon Specialist. Now I had originally completed this mission using my directives to get through it because I had the best light tank at that time that I could have was the T-71 CMCD, and I just couldn't get that 3K combined spotting and damage done. So I completed it with orders and worked my way through the T-28 HTC campaign, and I'm back on LT-15 to get my operational orders back. And I had been trying several times during the one evening, and this was my final attempt before heading to bed at around 10:30 at night, my local time. So here I am. I've gone over to the A56 area. I like to go here to spot, and well, I spot a Cromwell and a Cromwell B and get spotted in the process. Now I've only played the AMX 12T about 10 times at this point. I didn't really care for it when I first started playing it, and right before this match I had moved a female crew member over to the commander slot, so I actually had a crew commander at 100% plus success, so it was really hoping it was going to make a difference. So you can see I spotted the Cromwell B and the Cromwell took a shot at me and missed, but he takes a splash from the artillery for 6, so out of the 3K I'm up to 14 for spotting. So there's the Cromwell B, and the gun depression on the AMX-12T is not great, and I happen to take a shot from the other Cromwell. Accidentally back into our friendly Cromwell B and take 2 damage from ramming by accident, and I'm off to a great start. So there's some 300 points of damage on the Cromwell. I auto-lock, he hits me for 317, and I quickly unload 2 shots from my 4-shot clip, taking him out of the match, and being ammo-racked in the process. So playing this 12T, one thing I've noticed is it has really good camo. So I pulled up into the bush here, and I believe I'm almost completely unspotted. I'm going to try and sneak a shot in on that E50-2, and I don't even know what I was aiming at there. So I just decided to empty my clip, wasting that last shell, and hoping that I can reload in time before I run into something else. So the mission again is LT-15, Aggressive Recon Specialist, and it says here damage caused, including damage caused with your assistance, must total 3,000 hit points. And for the honors, you need to enable your allies to cause damage to 4 enemy vehicles by spotting them or destroying their tracks, and you have to win. So currently at this point, you can see I'm sitting at 2 on the secondary conditions and 512 on the normal damage. So I spotted this KV-85 and I've reloaded my clip, and he becomes visible again. So I put 1 in, 2 in, 3 in, let him on fire, and the 4th shot in the clip finishes him off for some nice damage. So again, that's 672 now. I'm up to a total of 1,060 with 2 vehicles damaged from spotting. And of course, we don't know if I'm going to win until the end. So we've got a T-29 to attack in the factory, and it looks like everybody else is further down towards the south J-line. Friendly Cromwell B has pushed way up to the enemy 0 line, hoping to spot artillery, I guess? I'm not really too sure. But at this point, I've only got 137 hit points, so I'm not going to be playing quite that aggressive. I'd like to help him out. I thought that there would maybe be an arty over in the AB0, but obviously with him heading down the 0 line, it not being spotted, any of them, they're obviously not there. So I know I can safely traverse up to the 0 and head down towards the train tracks. Now any second here, the Cromwell B will probably spot an artillery, and there it is. He has spotted one. But that artillery is not alone. There's an SU-100 there, and the SU-100Y, which we will see. And he gets taken out by the SU-100Y because he blindly rushed into a TD's gun. And he's calling for help, hoping to get it, but it's not going to get there in time. I had thought of moving up faster, but I just decided against my better judgment. So I pull up to these trees and I can spot the outline of the SU-100Y, but I don't risk any blind shots there. But then I noticed the T-29, and he's tracked and he has his side onto me. So I put 1 shot in, I put 2 shots in, I put 3 shots in, and I put 4. So I've emptied my clip again. I'm really starting to like this AMX 12T. That's my second full clip that I've actually put into a target. He's down to 226 hit points and tracked again. And tracked again. And gets taken out before my clip fully reloads. I've now since repaired my ammo rack, so I don't reload quite as slowly. And while using these bushes to hide my whereabouts, I notice at the map, if you look, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy tanks on the 3 line moving closely towards our base. I debate going forward to try and ambush that SU-100Y and the artillery. But then at this point I decide that it's probably not a wise move because we've got 4 enemies approaching the base and they are going to wreck and win the match. As you can see, they've already started capping. So turn around and start heading back. Now the AMX 12T, being a light tank, isn't exactly the speediest, especially to accelerate. Once it gets going it's pretty quick, but it seems really sluggish to actually start driving, so you got to make sure to use that speed to its advantage. As I said, I've only been playing this about 10 matches at this point, and the commander was the only thing that was at 100%. Everybody else was not at 100% yet because they were a crap crew from my ELC that I just moved over, retrained, and I played a couple matches in this tank a long time ago and didn't really care for it. So we have a guy capping the base, the SDRV, and I noticed the FE304 from the enemy team just booking it down there. I put a shot in, I don't know how that hit. Try another shot, and I don't know how that hit either, but I managed to kill him, putting me up to 3 kills. Drive forward a bit and spot a T-29 and the KV-2 in the base. Try to take out the KV-2, or sorry, the T-29 first, knowing he's on low hit points. I hit the KV-2, taking him out, so that's now 5 kills that I've done. And a total of 2,052 damage, and still only have 2 vehicles damaged with the help of my team. Now if I don't get those next 2, it's done. I have no chance of getting the secondary missions and getting completed with honors. Spot the T-3485M, he's backtracking. I put a shot into him. I put another shot into him. Put a 3rd shot into him and he dies. I'm now up to 2,439 and still only 2 tanks. The Panther M10 tries a lucky shot and I'm trying to get into this dip here before he takes me out with 1 more shell. And I do. And he gets taken out, and that gives me my 3rd out of the 4th for vehicles damaged for spotting or tracking. And I'm up to 2,485, so I'm getting so close. I can just feel that mission being completed. I can just feel it. I know the SU-100Y is just over this ridge here. I pull up the bush, I spot him. I put a shot into him. He stops and turns. I put a 2nd shot that bounces. And then he turns back and continues driving. So he's completely ignored me. He takes some splash damage. I put 1 shot into him. He turns. And I take him out at the same time the artillery shell does it. So that's completed the 4 tanks needed to complete with assistance. I'm at 2,929. I need to land 1 more shot. So I'm going for the GW Panther. He's at 224 hit points. I'm reloading my clip. He takes a shot, and I finish him off for 113 damage, giving me enough to complete the mission and the win. And that was how I ended my night, actually on Monday. I was so ecstatic at finally completing a Light Tank 15. That just made my entire night right then and there. So we had quite the haul of medals: Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Reaper, Fire for Effect, Tanker Sniper, Arson, Master Gunner, and Bruiser, plus a Pascucci's medal for killing 2 artillery, Top Gun, for the 6 kills, tanker sniper for sniping at over 300 meters, and of course high caliber for over 3,000 damage combined. It was an epic battle. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that with me. And I made a profit to boot. Look at that. 18,590 credits. Fired 24 shots with 21 of them hit. 21 of them hit and 20 penetrated, so very good results with that. If you guys enjoyed watching that one, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel. I do videos like this every week, and I hope you have a good night. Thank you.